Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Nahmaduhu wa nusalli ala rasulihil kareem. So inshallah, we'll be discussing this verse inshallah, bit by bit. So you have here, it's quite a bit detailed in this verse, in this one here. So زُيِّنَ لِلنَّاسِ حُبُّ الشَّهَوَاتِ مِنَ النِّسَاءِ وَالْبَنِينَ وَالْقَنَاطِيرِ الْمُقَنطَرَةِ مِنَ الذَّهَبِ وَالْفِضَّةِ وَالْخَيْلِ الْمُسَوَّمَةِ وَالْأَنْعَامِ وَالْحَرْثِ. Now the first thing we have is زُيِّنَ. So in زُيِّنَ, to be adorned, to be beautified. And we have linnas. So this nas is for istighraq, meaning everybody. Now, in the next verse, you have that women have been adorned. So it's referring to everybody, but Allah mentions certain traits of everybody. It's not only about men, it's about men, women, everybody. So the whole dunya, everybody have these things adorned, have certain things which are adorned to them. Yes? So men have inclination towards certain things, and women have inclination towards certain things. It's referring to everybody. Okay? Then you have hubbu shahawat. Now, shahwatun, linguistically, shahwatun means desires. Okay? Now, if we translate hubbu shahawat, it doesn't make sense. Like, love of desires. You don't love desires. So, what he's saying here is that shahwatun is a masdar. Shahwatun. But we mentioned before sometime that the masdar can come in the meaning of a verbal meaning. It can also come in the meaning of ism al-fa'il or ism al-maf'ul. So, hudan linnas ay hadin linnas. Remember that one? So, this one, shahwatun, is in the meaning of maf'ul bihi. The things that are desirable. Well, why do you do tasmiyah of a shay by using masdar? Like, why would you call desire, instead of calling mushtay hayat, why do you call it shahwa?
Ta'keed.
Ta'keed, mubalagha. You follow me? So that's what we have here. So hubbu shahawat that's why he says, that's why he explains it here. Ma tashtahihi nafs wa tad'u ilayhi. So basically, this is the mushtahayat basically. He's basically made it in a longer way, but linguistically, all he's saying is mushtahayat. That all he's saying is that the shahawat is mushtahayat. Masdar in the meaning of a maf'ul. Correct? And when a masdar has a fa'il meaning or a maf'ul meaning, it can have a jama'. Okay? And then he says in Jalalayn, zuyyina naibul fa'il. So then who's doing the tazyin? So the first thing is, he's saying here that one possibility is zayyana Allah. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is one who adorned it. Okay? How has He adorned it? When Allah adorns something for us, it means that what? He has made it in our nature that we like these things. These things appeal to us. So for example, like, why do we yearn towards gold and not towards mud? You get it? Why do we like, it's just nature. Why? It's just, so Allah has put this, is zuyyina, ay zayyana Allahu. Okay? Second possibility is shaitan. How shaitan does it? That shaitan uses our shaitan. So Allah has made, so even if shahwa, if we go back next thing here, that shahwa, we generally tend to think of it as the shahwa kadhiba, meaning a shahwa which is towards haram. But you also have shahwa which is what? Good. Imagine, for example, you never felt hungry and you forget to eat. Like you forget to charge your battery in your phone goes dead. Yes? You forget to put petrol in the car, petrol runs out. So having a shahwa of food, having a shahwa of ta'am, having a shahwa of even to have honor, these are natural instincts which are supposed to be there in man. If we don't have these, then what will happen? We won't survive. We wouldn't procreate. We won't have children. We might die. Forget to go to the toilet. So all of these natural desires, some are sadiqa, which are natural needs and necessities, and some are kadhiba, which are beyond our needs and necessities, which are excess. This is haram. This is halal. Are you following? So if you go to the previous verse, is that when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made these things adorned to us, is ibtila. That do we take the halal options or do we take the haram options? And when shaitan does it, shaitan knows that we have ishtiha towards all of these things, minha halal wa minha haram. And he tries to take us towards what? Haram. The haram. So it depends on what you take as a na'ib. We'll find that tazeen has slightly different elements. Do you understand? Are you following? So far so good? Yeah. Okay. Then we have here, minal, so now this min is bayaniyah. So hubbu shahawat. So love of desirable. What desirable things? I.e. Yani. Then nisa, wal banin, wal qanatir. So nisa is very simple. Banin is very simple. And qanatir is amwalul kathira. Abundance of wealth. Now, qantar, the root meaning of qantar is this qantara. Is to takhattin bitawarin. Is what Raghib al-Asfahani said in Mufradat al-Quran. He said that the word qantar is basically to try to, like, you have takhattir riqab in Yawm al-Jum'ah. To do what? To try to get to a destination, like to try to do takhatti. how do you explain it in English?
Hasten.
Huh? Hasten to try to like get to somewhere continuously by making efforts to get somewhere continuously. And from there you get qantara. Come in the hadith qantara, you have jisr. I know you have what you call Urdu pul sirat. So the qantara is also mentioned. Is it the same or different? Is it the khilaf regarding that? The word qantara, what's qantara? A jisr. Why? Because it takes you to cross over something. Do you understand? And then you have qantara rajul, is a verb. Qantara yuqantiru qantaratan. What does that mean? That a person taraka al-badwa wa aqama bil amsari wal qura. He has now left the Bedouin life and come to where?
The city.
The cities and civilization. And in qintir is what like a dahiya, a musiba. Is like, it just missed everything that come and got you. Like somebody's come and grab you from the crowd. So as if the qintir is a dahiya, musiba, because it's come and afflicted you. Now, and that's now what's qantara then? Now qantara, so the plural of qantara, qanati is the plural of qantara. So a qantara min al-mal is like a bridge for your life. What do you want to do? You have life, you have death. What do you want to do? Reach death. Meaning have enough provisions to reach death.
Okay.
So a qintar, Raghib al-Isfahani is saying that qintar literally means lughatan, that amount of sustenance, qut, wealth, which will help you reach death. Do you understand? How much is that? Everybody's different. It's not mahdud.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Are you guys saying? And ibadullah who are zahid in dunya, they say this is enough for me. And those who are not, then they would do what? They will say, well, we need our qintar is a lot more. We need a lot more to reach death before we die. Do you understand? So that's the root meaning of qintar. Okay? Now, some people have translated it as heaps of treasure. Like all the older translations, they use there. And in English, you have heaps of accumulated treasure. Now, it's probably in the ma'thur, but lughatan, it's like, it's more of a tarjuma bil lazim. Like when you have lots of wealth, it becomes heap, isn't it?
Yeah.
But more, it just makes a lot of wealth. That's why you have some author, I think Mu'adh ibn Jabal radiyallahu ta'ala, he says this much money and this much money, etc. He gives amount. But I mean a lot of wealth. So in English translation, Urdu translation, most of them use this kind of translation, heaps. Are you following? That's what they translate it as. So now, zuyyina linnas hubbu shahawat. So the love of desirable things has been adorned to people. Correct? And what are these adorned things? Women, children, and gold, wealth. Now you have qintar, you have qanatir, and you have qanatil muqantara. What does muqantara mean? He says al-mujma'a, gathered. Now, if you look at it here, this is from Razi, I think. Well, it's from Razi and a few other places. What he's saying is that, if we can give an English example, like in Urdu, I don't know about English, in Urdu, for example, if you want to say, oh, we're going to have tea. So what do you say? Ab chai wai piyenge. So chai was why? Why is nothing. You just like add something. Pani wani, kuch pasand farmayenge. So what's pani? Water, and wani is nothing. You just like, so you just kind of change the word to a wa. So chai wai or pani wani. So what he says is that when you have a noun, and after that noun, what do? You bring a na'at, which is mushtaq from that same noun. And that noun has a known meaning. Then that mushtaq gives a ta'keed.
Okay.
So for example, laylun. What does laylun mean?
Night.
What's the outstanding quality of a night?
Dark.
So laylun alyal. Translation be what?
Dark night.
Dark night, a very dark night. And you could love the example. Laylun alyal. What comes in the Quran? Dhillan dhalila. What does dhillan dhalila mean?
Darkness.
A shady shade. Meaning a very
Dark shade.
A very extensive shade. Then you have dahiyatun dahiya. A great musibah. Shi'run sha'ir. Yeah, you have what? Ibilun mu'abbala. Ibil? What's ibil mean?
Come on.
And mu'abbala? Like lots of ibil. Alafun mu'allafa. Badratun is a case. Like you have a briefcase with money in it. So you have a kind of a case that can hold a certain amount of gold or silver. That's a badra. So badrun mubaddara? Like filled, or a lot of those. Alufun mu'allafa, danari mudannara. Plentiful dinar. So even here, muqantara doesn't have a specific translation. It's just the ta'keed of the qintar, the qanatir. You understand? Okay. So far so good? So that's what he says here. Abundance of wealth, large amounts of wealth. So زُيِّنَ لِلنَّاسِ حُبُّ الشَّهَوَاتِ مِنَ النِّسَاءِ وَالْبَنِينَ وَالْقَنَاطِرِ الْمُقَنطَرَةِ مِنَ الذَّهَبِ وَالْفِضَّةِ وَالْخَيْلِ الْمُسَوَّمَةِ وَالْأَنْعَامِ وَالْحَرْثِ. So now we got to muqantara. And what? Lots of wealth. Lots of what? Gold and silver. Correct? Then we have wal khayl al musawwama. Khayl means horse. What does musawwama mean? Musawwama. He's saying here, hisan, beautiful. But musawwama has a few different translations. If you look at it here, sawm originally means not sawm with a sword, sin. It means has two meanings. One is you got al-dhahib, al-dhihab, al-dhahab, al-dhahab, not al-dhahib, al-dhahab. One is al-dhahab fi ibtigha'i shay, to set out in pursuit of something. So sometimes, so this is the original meaning, to set out in pursuit of something. Sometimes the dhahab meaning is more considered, sometimes the pursuit meaning is more considered. Okay? For example, samat al-ibil. You have sawa'im, zakat al-sawa'im. What does it mean? Those camels that are not fed, you just leave them and they go and graze by themselves. Because why? They're doing dhahab fi talabil ra'i, fi talabil ashri wal ma'i. So that's from sawm. Yes? And then you have also ibtigha, sumtu kada. And then you have what, for example, sawmu sil'a, musawama. You negotiate, you barter.
Yeah.
So what are you doing? You're doing ibtigha, you're seeking something. You understand? And then, وَهُوَ الَّذِي أَنزَلَ مِنَ السَّمَاءِ مَاءً. Allah sends down water. لَكُم مِّنْهُ شَرَابٌ. You drink from it. وَمِنْهُ شَجَرٌ فِيهِ تُسِيمُونَ. And then from there you get what? You get water, and from the water you also get crops. And from the crops and the grass, what do you have? فِيهِ تُسِيمُونَ. Asama yusimu, what do? You don't do sama, you do asama.
So
You don't do ibtigha, you make the camels do ibtigha of the thing.
So
You send the camels to graze. Do you understand? So the original meaning is sawm from mujarrad is to seek something. Or you do isama, then you're letting loose the camels so they can go and graze. So you wait from which you let your camels graze. You get it? Then also the word sawm also comes in the meaning of sima, sima'u, simiya'u, all of these words. Or what? They have the meaning of alama, like a sign. A suma is the alama you put on a sheep, some kind of marking put on a sheep, whether it's in the ear or whether you brand it, it's called a suma. You follow me? So now based on these, you have a few different translations in English. Now some have said hisan. Now I guess what they've done, the hisan translation is not necessarily a translation, but it's a lazim. When you have, so does that mean, because what does alama make you? If you got alama on you, some kind of sign, marking,
stand out.
It stand out, so that's beautiful. That's how you do the word. So hisan is not a translation, it's a lazim. Do you understand? Then Baydawi has also got a few other ones. He says here, branded or distinguished. Meaning musawwama is basically, this is also from alama. But it's either branded or distinguished. Correct? And also you have horses, they have like, they're adorned, they have what? Like garlands, or they have other things put onto them. That's adornment. And then you can also have the mean from they let go. Like imagine you got a large, you call it a flock. What do you call it? A herd of horses? You don't know. So you got a lot of horses. Imagine that you're sitting down. You came finished farm. The sun is setting. Large pastures, and you have loads of horses just outside grazing. They're what? They're mursala. They're set out to graze. So nobody's done that translation from what I've seen. Or maybe I haven't come across that. Meaning horses let loose, or horses galloping, or just herding, or just grazing, plentiful. That's also one translation. And people have said this one as well. Pedigreed or well-bred. So pedigreed means they have a pure lineage. How they got that translation, I'm not really sure. Like where they got ishtiqaq from, I don't understand. But a lot of people have done that translation. In Urdu, the Tanwi and Shabir Osmani, rahimahullah, they've all gone towards, like they have sign marked, more towards marked. You understand? And Am is what? Ibil, Baqar and Ghanam, and Harth is what? Crops. If you look at the whole ayat now, so now what? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has adorned, or shaitan uses our natural instincts to distract us to do what? We have love of these desirable things. Again, it can be good or bad depending on how you use it. What are the things that we love? Nisa, Bani, and Qanatir, al-Muqantara. Plentiful, lots of what? Gold and silver. And marked horses, or pedigreed horses, or horses in abundance let loose to graze, or what else?
Well-bred.
Well-bred. And Am and Harth. So this obviously, even though they're all majroor, this is how to get the atf right. This is not atfan the dhahab, this is atfan the qanatir, because that wouldn't make sense. You don't have qanatir of khayl, musawwama and Am. You follow? Okay? Okay. Subhanallah wa bihamdi, subhanakallah wa bihamdika, wa nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, nastaghfiruka wa natubu